I think God's call to the nations for Canada is significant, because although we're a first world country and we have this rich heritage in the spiritual realm, and a country that's been founded on scriptural principles, I think there's a reviving to come back to those scriptural principles. And because of everything He's given us, there's a responsibility for us to go into the nations. Because we're well received, because we're well accepted, we're not a threat to anyone. You know, Canada is considered a peaceful and prosperous nation. We have that avenue and that relationship to go to many nations, but I think there's also a call from Canada to go to the nations, but then to bring out of the nations what God's been doing there, because there are many third world countries that have a rich spiritual heritage as well. And I think there's a requirement for us to then unite, not just here in Canada with each other, but across the nations with each other. A spiritual reunion for the bride that needs to be a two-way thing. We shouldn't be us going to the nations, but the nations also need to come to us, so that we can learn from each other the things that God is speaking into our hearts, the things that He's taught us, and that we can develop a true Christian culture that's not a Western culture, it's not a third world culture, but it's a faith, kingdom-based culture that can ignite a passion for Christ in the world that we live in today, that can level the playing field, bring the mountains into the valleys, you know, prepare ye the way of the Lord.